All right, we're going to talk a little bit about significant figures. And remember, significant figures comes from measurements, so that if you have some kind of meter stick or just something you're going to measure with, it will have little marks on it. And the more marks it has, the better. So let's just say, and these aren't going to be very good marks, but let's just say I have some marks on this meter stick. And let's just call these marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's say that I'm trying to measure a line. Let's say the line goes to there. All right, well that that line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, and let's say it's 5 centimeters. We'll just say that's centimeters. It's 5 centimeters for sure, but it's bigger. It's more than 5 centimeters, right? It's almost a 6. So I would say that this is 5.5 centimeters. And so we would say that this is two significant figures, and this last number right here is a guess. The last number of any measurement is always a guess, because I'm guessing, well, it looks about a half. It looks about like it's half the distance between the 5 and the 6, so I'd call it 5.5. All right, so let me erase all this. And so what we're going to do here is just look at a few things. All non-zero numbers are significant. So the only thing we have to worry about is the zeros. So for example, if I have 0.023 grams, that's only going to have two significant figures. All right, that's all it's going to have is two significant figures, because these two zeros don't count. They're only placeholders. If I have 2003, those two zeros are in between two significant numbers, so that would have four significant figures. Remember, those are always based on how many marks are on my measuring instrument. Oh, sorry. We'll call that grams too. I do need to put a measurement with that. All right, so what if I had 200 grams? I want you in your head right now, tell me how many significant figures that has. And if you said 1, you're correct, because the two zeros at the end of a number are not significant unless they are to the right of a decimal. What I mean by that, if I had 200.0 grams, then how many significant figures would I have there? If you said 4 significant figures, you are correct. All right, so one more thing we need to do. Let me erase this. One more thing we need to do is we need to learn how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide by a significant figure. So I'm going to do two examples for you that'll hopefully help. There you go. All right, so let's say that you measured, let's say you're looking at a little car. And let's say you measured the car went 23.0 centimeters, and it did that in 10.00 seconds. Well, if I divide those two numbers, then I get what we call velocity. And so the velocity of that car would be 23, would be the math answer. If you took this in your calculator and divide it, you'll get 23. But the correct measurement for significant figure answer is going to be 23.0 centimeters per second. Now, this has three significant figures. 23.0 is three significant figures, and we do that because this top number has three significant figures, and we're dividing by a bottom number that has 4. So this can't have 4, it can only have 3, which is the least amount in one of my original numbers. All right, so what if I want to find, let's look at this rectangle up here. Let's say you want to find the area. You're going to find the area of a rectangle. You multiply length times width. And let's say that this is 4. And let's say this is, let's say this is 4.00 meters. And let's say the width is 2.0 meters. And if I want to find the area, I would say 4.00 meters times 2.0 meters. Now 2 times 4 we know is 8. And I can have two significant figures, and that's going to be meters squared, because the 4 has 3 significant figures, the 2 has 2, and so the 2 is my least number of significant figures, so my answer can only have 2. All right, let's erase that real quick, and I want to show you addition. All right. All right, so what if I wanted to find the perimeter? I should erase this. What if I wanted to find the perimeter of this, meaning how far around is it all the way around this rectangle that's 4 by 2.0 meters? Well, it would be 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, right? So I'm going to put the two sides down first. 4 meters plus 4 meters plus 2 meters plus 2 meters. And when I add all those together, and I just messed up here, I just realized there's only 2 significant figures on the 2, not 4, or 3, actually. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to add these together, and it's going to be 4 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So it's going to be 12. 12, but we're actually going to put 12.0 meters. The reason we do that is we can only have as many decimals to the right of the decimal as the least number of your original number. So my original numbers were 4.00 and 2.0, right? So this 2.0 has 1 digit to the right, so therefore my answer can only have 1 digit to the right. All right, I hope that was helpful. Watch it again and kind of look over your book, and it'll probably help you.